Greetings, my name is Steve Nalepa. I'm a Dubspot Instructor, Ableton Live Expert, and electronic music producer based here in Los Angeles, California. Alright, so let's add something else here. I'm going to go and maybe I'll go under Simpler and bring in like a sine wave bell. And if I go here and I'll just double click, I'll make a blank 2-bar MIDI clip and I'm just going to go and loop record myself playing. So on there I hit a couple bum notes, so check this out. I have the ability to go through and put all of that in the right scale. So under this MIDI effects section, we have plugins like scale, so I can go and put in a C minor. So now everything is going to be in the C minor scale. And if I add the random plugin before that, when I turn the chance up, now it's randomizing everything first, and then it's making it in the right scale. Maybe I'll turn the random up on the pan as well. Maybe turn the release up a little bit too. So now these notes are, every time they're hitting, they're panning randomly. So maybe I'll add one more effect here. Put a ping pong delay here on the send. Send this out to it. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to hit this record button here, and now maybe I won't bring the bells in right away. And I can see with this global record on, anything that I trigger in the session view is going to be written here into the arrangement. So what I've done is I've built up a bunch of sound ideas here in the session view, and now I'm going through and I can do a live performance where I'm tweaking knobs and I can go through and send stuff out so that it's actually going there. So I trigger that sine wave and I can see now it's actually bringing that in. Okay, and I can turn the chants down and it's going to play the original melody that I played. And then when I turn the chants up, it adds some variation. Bring it down. And you can see as I made those changes, they show up here. So now that I have this all in here, I can go through and say, well, you know what, I like those first 17 bars, I'm going to highlight them all and duplicate them out, you know, and bam, now I've got, 64 bars, and maybe I'll go back through now and really, evolve the drums, really make some micro detail edits and bring them in more slowly. So we've covered a lot of ground. I've showed you a whole bunch of tips and tricks. I really recommend start with the blank slate. Give yourself a couple hours to work on music tonight. If you have 3 hours, let's say, give yourself an hour. Start with a blank slate. Build it up as far as you can get it in an hour. Hit save. Open up a new session. Do it again. Make an hour-long track. See how far you get. Save after the hour. Do it again. By the third time, you really are going to have whatever you had been doing, like if it was programming the drums, down, and you're going to be able to spend more time working on dialing in your synth sounds or maybe messing with the effects. And every time you sit down to work with live, focus on some new effect or new instrument. Like really get to know your tools, because that's how you're going to become a better producer. The more you know how to get the sounds that you're hearing and you know your drum libraries, you're going to be a much more efficient producer and you're going to be able to rock stuff out. So I'm Steve Nalepa for Dubspot. Thanks for rocking out with us.